Back at 8:18, this morning on Today's Health, multiple sclerosis. 400,000 Americans suffer from the disease that attacks the central nervous system. And now MS has a new voice, David Osmond, the nephew of Donny and Marie. On stage, he's the young, edgy Osmond, grabbing attention as a solo artist. Off stage, he's a man in love with his wife and a beautiful baby. But this was David Osmond just 4 years ago.
I felt this overwhelming, crushing feeling in my toes. That's hard to describe. You fast forward a few months, that crushing feeling is moving all the way up my legs. And before too long, it was up to my chest. It was in my hands.
Feels like I'm falling.
I see him eventually walking with a cane and then eventually in a wheelchair. I thought, this isn't happening. It can't happen.
At 26 and partially paralyzed, David was diagnosed with multiple sclerosis.
I was sitting at my parents' house in the kitchen, in my chair, and I looked over at my brother, my younger brother, who had his child on the floor, and he was wrestling. I didn't think I'd ever have that. And I thought, why me?
This family, a mainstay in show business for 50 years, could not believe MS was striking them a second time. David's dad, Alan, one of the original Osmond brothers, has had the disease 23 years.
Yes, I still have MS, but it doesn't have me. And I think that has been a real strong point that I've tried to pass on to David.
David's own immune system was attacking his nerves, his ability to move. He was scared, but realized his survival required a positive attitude.
I have to keep going. I have to be able to now provide for my new fiancée, who I proposed to in that state. And by some crazy reason, she said yes. You know, despite the fact that people around her that cared about her said, "Are you sure you want to marry a cripple?" And she said yes. It's sickness and health.
How could it be that you wanted me?
Just before he married, David turned to a powerful steroid to relieve an acute episode of MS.
And I've been walking since my wedding day.
The steroid worked only short term, but amazingly, David continues to improve without it. In the classic roller coaster of MS, David believes he's now in remission, but knows the disease could flare up again, and he still feels residual pain in his legs.
I have that constant crushing pain all the time, every second of every day, right now.
But David remains the ultimate optimist. He says his life is much better with a switch to all-natural nutrition and supplements. And the National Multiple Sclerosis Society just honored him for helping others with MS recognize the power of positive thinking.
It seems crazy, but it is one of the greatest things that's ever happened to me, because I feel like it's given me this fresh perspective on life.
David says his wife Valerie, their little girl, and his famous family give him the strength he needs to live with MS.
Oh, well, nothing's gonna get me down.
I value my life so much more. Having it, very quickly music was taken from me. And now to be able to pick up a guitar, I have so much I want to say, so much to rejoice about.
Every second counts in this world, and this one is mine.
David Osmond's story has really inspired a lot of people. You can find out more about David and MS on our website, todayshow.com.
Nice
What a
story.
spirit.
Yeah, really
Good for
nice.
Great spirit.
That's
Yeah.
cool.